Hello and welcome back. You're tuned into Revision Hub with Jazzy J. I am back with another video, and in this video I'll be continuing on to look at crime and deviance, which is an AQA Sociology topic. Today, as mentioned, I'll be looking at gender. Before we continue on to crack on with new content, let's do a quick recap. So, last video, we simply looked at ethnicity. We did a paragraph as well as we answered a key evaluation question. If you missed that video, press the I section on the right hand side where we'll be able to find this video. If not, on the left hand side, click my icon, the smiley, and you'll be navigated to a playlist where you can find the video on ethnicity, and it's known as the key question, and it comes in two parts, part 1 and part 2. So, before we continue, on paper or flashcards, quickly jot down what you remember from my previous video. I think this is very important. If only you have actually gone off, looked at my video, made notes, understood, and then gone off to do this formula, which is revision, resting yourself, testing yourself, and repeating yourself based on the revision that you have done. So, if you guys have done this activity, press the thumbs up icon and crack on with the next set of content. So, as we looked at in my last video, we'll be looking at gender. We looked at ethnicity, now it's gender, and we're going through all of the others, which is age and various other things too. So, gender and crime. It is very important for you, for this topic in particular, when we look at gender, to have few key statistics at the back of your mind, because it's very nice in an exam question or in a paragraph that if you just mention statistics, it will help to support your point. So I hope you can grab a few statistics from the slide and jot it down on the paper as I say. Okay, so official statistics have shown that women commit far less crime as comparison to men, and we'll be looking at the reasons why, but official statistics do prove that women commit less crime in comparison to men. Second statistical evidence is there are 1,900 women in prison, which has reduced since the last 20 years, showing once again that women commit less crime in comparison to men. In 2016, 5%, and this is only 5% of the whole population, which was women, were part of the prison population, which is far less, and we'll be looking at the reasons why. Since 80% of crime is committed by men as per official statistics. So, from this key slide, I think the most important thing is to take is the statistical evidence of 2016, the 80%, and also the fact that women commit far less crime in comparison to men. Because when we look at the reasoning behind this, it would be very nice if you could just jot down statistical evidence. It will show that you've not only understood the sociologist but applied it to statistical evidence, helping you to gain more marks and helping you to get to the top band. So, let's continue on to look at gender and crime. Ferrero argues that women, I don't know why I've repeated that, sorry for that. So, Ferrero argues that women are less likely to commit crime due to their physical differences. Because they are different to men, they are less likely to commit crime. So this is a reason why perhaps women commit far less crime than men. It's simply because of their physical differences, as per Ferrero argues. Parson, another sociologist, argues that girls are socialized into this expressive role, so they're less likely to commit crime, because as we looked at in family and education as well, that women are always socialized into this expressive, caring sort of subculture. As a result of them being socialized in this caring subculture, they are less likely to commit crime. Parson also argues that boys, if they do not have a male role model and they live in a single parent family, most importantly, they will definitely engage in aggressive as well as antisocial behavior. As because if they don't have a role model, they don't know what is to be a true man. So they think, you know what, being aggressive and taking part in antisocial behavior is a trait to actually be a man. We've looked at Parson in family, education, as well as now in crime. If you guys have missed those videos, press the I section, it will be navigated straight to Parsons videos. Hopefully that is obviously clear, and that is a reason one, which is the fact that Ferrero argues that women are less likely to commit crime due to them being physically different and due to girls being socialized into the expressive sort of side, whilst boys, mostly single parent, are socialized into this aggressive and antisocial because of them not having a role model. So this supports the statistical evidence, and here you can use the statistical evidence as well to support your answer. Next point. Pat and Cohen conducted an unstructured interview. So their theory that they came up was that females who have offered and found that working class women are actually controlled. So the females that actually offered to do this unstructured interview, they found that, those women who took part in that unstructured interview found that, those women were controlled. Cohen argues that working class women are actually deprived, so they're unable to afford these consumer goods which everyone wants. As a result, women take part in something known as a gender deal, where they're offered rewards from the breadwinner, such as family and love. In return, obviously, they have to give because it's part of the gender deal. But when the gender deal does not work out, women do not get their rewards, they're not satisfied with the rewards that they get, they turn to criminal or deviant activities just so they can afford those consumer goods that they want and which have not been fulfilled as per the gender deal. So let me do a quick summary on that. So simply, women are deprived. They cannot make rational choices. This is because they're probably just women and they're controlled in such a way within the family so that they're unable to make any form of rational choice. So they take part in the gender deal. This is because they want the goods which they cannot afford, perhaps because they don't go to work, because they're housewives. When that fails, actually, when the males fail to give as part of the gender deal, if the gender deal actually fails, women commit crime just so they can gain money or material goods, just so they can fit those needs and desires that they want, which they wanted from the gender deal, which they did not achieve. So this is a summary, and hopefully this is clear. Frances Henderson argues that women commit far less crime than men as they live in a patriarchal society. So women today are committing far less crime as opposed to men. This is because we are living in a patriarchal society, which is true. This is where women are controlled at home, so they spend more time doing domestic labor at home. Dabash and Dabash argues that husbands restrict wives in terms of the freedom and the activities which they can do, hence why perhaps they have to take part in the gender deal as we looked at in the previous slide. Also, girls are also given limited freedom, not being allowed to go out, and that's very, very common within some cultures. So, due to the patriarchy that women face, they don't even go to public places because they feel that, will be harassed. For example, in pubs, if they go to pubs, they feel that, they'll be harassed, they'll be called very bad names. Henderson argues that women are controlled by male supervisors as well, as we saw within the Me Too movement, and as a result, they face harassment at work. Furthermore, there's also the glass ceiling keyword there, which prevents women from gaining high positions and opportunities. If you Google and have a look how many women are actually have the top positions within the workplace, you'll be shocked. It's very, very little. As a result, it proves that we live in a patriarchal society. And due to that, and due to these factors, actually women end up committing far less crime than men because of the fact that we are still living within a patriarchal society within the 21st century. The Chivalry Thesis is another thesis which we're going to look at. Chivalry Thesis is the idea that women are less likely to be prosecuted for their offences. This theory was developed by Otto Pollack. As a result, Otto Pollack argues that due to women not being prosecuted, they are free from crime. But in reality, it's because the men behave more chivalrously, hence why the women are not prosecuted. And when the women are not prosecuted, they do not appear into the official statistics. Hence, they are shown to commit far less crime as opposed to men, and men are shown to commit more crime as opposed to women. Hood argues that men are given obviously more sentences as opposed to women. supports this, as I just said. The criminal justice system is more lenient to women because of the police, courts, juries, and also men within that industry are socialized to act more chivalrously. So when they act more chivalrously, what happens is that the woman is not prosecuted for their offences, hence they appear in the official statistics as far lower as opposed to men, where men are shown to commit more crime as opposed to women. We can support this evidence obviously by the official statistics that we looked at in slide 1. Box also did a self-report study and found out that women are treated equally to men, and there's no chivalry thesis that is applied within police, courts, or juries, or even the criminal justice system. So here we can have a criticism, which is box. So you can include this within your paragraph. So what have we learned? So today we've learned quite a few things, few concepts, including the chivalry thesis, official statistics, why women commit far less crime as opposed to men, reasoning towards that. Next video I'll be continuing to look at gender and crime. For more information, stay tuned. Till my next video, I urge you to revise, rest, test and repeat yourself. Not only on the content that we looked at in this video or last video, but all of the videos, because remember, the exam is paper 1, paper 2 and paper 3. And it's not all about crime or education. They're all topics which you need to have revised thoroughly. Again, I'm on Instagram. You can follow me, scan the name tag on the left, revisionhub_JazzyJ. Lots of content, free as well, for you guys to access. It will really help you within your education. And please do not forget to like my videos if you are happy with the way I'm explaining things. Press the smiley icon on the right, which will pop up. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Please comment any criticisms, anything positive, anything negative. I'd love to hear it. If you've got any question, I'd love to answer it too. And please, please, please do not forget to press the bell icon. The bell icon is really, really important because it notifies you as soon as I post a video. And this is very beneficial, especially if I do videos in parts like this video, as well as I did another one on the left realist and the right realist. So please press the bell icon. Till my next video, stay tuned to Revision Hub with Jazzy J and keep revising.